What's up, everybody? It's just another video game podcast. This is episode 16 for the week of December 16th to December 23rd. I am one of your hosts, Jeremy.
I am the other host, Brian.
And we've got a guest coming back again from last week's episode, Tyler.
Yo, what's up?
Not much, man. Here to talk about some video games.
Yeah. Thanks for having me again.
Yeah, no problem, man. Glad you could make it. What have you been playing in the last week, Tyler?
So I have not been playing any Pokemon last week. Since we talked about Doom, I did go out and get it to try it. That game feels stressful to me. I got in it and I was like, you know what? I'm used to playing shooters, so I bumped up difficulty once. No. I had to bump it down. I was like, I can't do this right now. I can't do it. And then I've been playing a lot of Destiny with the guys because we just play Destiny a lot. They got all that Christmas stuff out, so
It's fun when you play those kind of games with other people.
Yeah,
especially when they're in the same house.
That's that's the only
TVs.
game that all three of us play together.
Yeah,
really. Besides sometimes Diablo 3, but been playing that and some Super Mario Run.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that Super Mario Run. We brought it up last week, but I think I was the only one that really played any of it at that time.
Yeah, we'd all kind of had a day with it. And,
So, Tyler, what do you think of it?
I like it. I think it plays just like a normal Mario game, pretty much. Also you get just the tap thing, but
there's so much more to it. Like you think going in that just the tap would make everything super simple, but it gets complicated.
Yeah,
they figured out a way to put all the mechanics of a Mario game in there.
Yeah, there's still ways that it screws you over like a normal Mario game, just because maybe you tap early or you tap too long, like you hold it too long, or you don't hold it long enough.
Yeah.
Or while you're in there, you don't do your spin trick.
Mm-hmm. Right. I use the spin trick way more on Super Mario Run than I ever do on New Super Mario Brothers.
Yeah.
I probably about as much as I used it in Galaxy, because Galaxy it was essential.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, especially 2 when you have a cloud. Mm-hmm. Those really crazy levels they use with the cloud thing where you have to do all that crap. Yeah, I didn't. In the console versions of like New Super Mario and handheld ones, I never really used the spin. It was because there wasn't really a collection aspect to it. There was always finding the 3 special coins on the levels, but there wasn't much of a pull for that. I don't think you ever unlocked anything by doing all those. I think maybe in the Wii U version it may have unlocked a level at the end by getting all of those.
It unlocks a lot of things, but if you're decent at the game, you will get enough stars even if you're not trying to unlock those things.
Yeah.
So I want to get a little negative about Super Mario Run.
Yeah, I kind of do too.
I question the $10 price. Only because of certain things that they have put in there. Mostly this comes from the fact that they have the Toad Rally tickets, which are a very free-to-play model type of thing.
I would understand the Toad tickets if it wasn't something that you didn't need, because I don't need them. Hands up, who has 99 Toad tickets?
I have 60.
I have 99.
Well, I haven't been playing as much.
But the reason why I have 99 is because I bought those. There's some items that are question block items that you can put in your world and tap once every 8 hours, and I've gotten at least 80 tickets from those items in the game.
No, and I get that. It's like lives in typical Mario games now, where you just have so many of them, and they're kind of useless. But whenever I'm going
that's actually not a bad comparison.
Yeah, when I'm going into the Toad Rally things, I really hate seeing that number when it drops down. When it's like I realized that I have played back-to-back Toad Rallies, and I've just spent like 30 tickets on this, and it's just like I don't like that feeling for a game that I paid $10 for that should just be like a complete experience.
When I was earlier this week when I was toad rallying a bunch, I noticed that, like, oh, hey, I'm kind of getting low on tickets, but it never became a concern because I actually only was toad rallying to unlock Luigi.
Sure, yep.
That was about
Not surprised.
I did, that's my YouTube channel. That's my like alter ego. That I love Luigi. Since I've unlocked Luigi, I've only kind of dabbled in Toad Rally. I've been basically playing the game itself, and like I said, I'm still on 60-hour week, so I'm playing whenever I get a chance.
It's probably one of the better games to play when you're in that kind of situation. Yeah. When you can just find some time.
Just a little bit of time where you can play real quick and then quit.
Actually, like, Toad Rally has been not bad for those situations because I want some time when I'm going to go hunting down those 5 coins.
Sure, yeah.
And when I've got, like, 15-minute breaks, I don't want to just restart over and over because I messed something up early on in a level. I want to kind of Toad Rally, and that's been helpful for that. But like, how far? Like, so you've played through all the levels, right?
No, I haven't.
Okay.
I've played through. I mean, hold on, I can look real quick. I have spent a lot of time doing the Toad Rally stuff. I like that more, even though I still have a problem with it. Almost 1,400 right now.
Okay.
I
think I'm close to 12.
But
yeah, I one of the reasons why I stopped playing the single player was because I found a level where you could get, and it was one of the airship levels where you can get the purple and yellow toads. And so I basically just only played, because when it would bring up the 5 people that you could randomly choose from, I would only play that level. Right. And I was just wrecking fools. I've got the cannonballs and the little star dudes from Mario 2 are the 2 enemies on that level, and I had them maxed out. So, because I played it so much, which also helped me beat the shit out of people and get enough coins. So I was just playing that over and over and over and over again until I got enough for Luigi. And then I felt comfortable enough because I was afraid that they would take that level away from me if I played all the way through World 3 and unlocked more.
Yeah.
Well, that's what it seems to be. I'm at World 5 now. I'm on the 2nd level, World 5. But isn't it that every time you complete a world, it changes what Toad Rally levels?
Adds. That's what it says when it pops up.
Because I've seen that too.
Randomize it.
Yeah, but you get the harder levels.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's one of those things that if you're jumping into that, it may be best to like just focus on the rallies for a little while and get all of your toads so you can unlock your characters. Because that was what was blowing my mind, is playing against these people and being like, how do they have this character unlocked already? And it's like, yeah, if you stick with Toad Rally, you'll get the simplest levels, and it's easier to do that.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Now, sticking with what I was saying before about negative things on Toad Rally, I still have a big problem with the fact that it's hard to tell, it's really impossible to tell how well good you're doing.
Oh, I was going to say how good the person you're going to go up against is.
That too. You can't really tell, and you jump in, they could have a lot of toads, but they could have just grinded on a lower level and maxed out the number of toads they have before they went forward, and you're playing against them now.
See, but I've tried to Google this. I've tried to look this up. How is your ghost decided? Like, what constitutes the way your ghost acts?
Is it an AI, like sort of like the Drivatars that you have,
your time trial things on other games?
I was wondering if it was like your best run on a particular level.
How I was taking
versions.
It as.
See, that's what that was my assumption,
sure.
but but I have no idea.
But there's been so many times that I'm playing a level and I'm like, I am kicking this guy's ass.
Yeah.
Like, I am so far ahead of him. I can see where he died, and then it does it, and it's like, oh, he beat me. And that upsets me.
I haven't had too many of that happen, actually. And where I just know I'm kicking his ass and then I didn't.
And the problem with it is that you can't see what you've done wrong.
No.
And you can't get better if you don't know what you're doing wrong. Like, you'll play through this thing, you'll be like, oh, I'm doing this so well. But all that shows is their little avatar jumping, and maybe it'll spin, but it's like, you're not paying close attention to them. They just added, I'll give it to them, since the week it's been out, they've added a new game mode. it's a simple mode. Yeah, you have your friendly run mode where you can just sort of play against your friends and see how well they do, but you still can't see what they're doing
or why. Like, you can't see what they're doing. Right?
You get sort of almost a shadow of their character going through the level, but as you're playing it, you got to pay attention to your character. You can't really watch both of them. If you could actually do replays and look at replays of the best people playing and learn techniques that way, that'd be a good thing to add on there.
That would lead into my negative thing, which is I don't know about the longevity of this thing. And I don't know about how much longer I'm going to care about it.
Yeah.
With me.
They've said that someone from their PR said that they are not adding DLC, they're not adding levels or something like that.
That's a Nintendo
move. It could be. I'm hoping that this is just the miscommunication that we typically get from them, where when something is fresh, they're just sort of like, we don't want to talk about the future of it, we want to talk about the thing that we have to sell you right now.
And I hope that they don't sell more.
Yes.
$10.
I think I brought this up when we were talking about the price a couple months back or whenever it was, a few episodes ago, that if it is $10, that they should put free DLC out for it.
Because I don't speak Japanese, but at that Apple event, Miyamoto said you will pay once for this game. And if they're actually holding true to that they're not going to release any more levels or anything else for this game other than new things that you can spend your coins on, because they already have like a Christmas tree and a snow globe and poinsettias and all that crap. But if they really hold true to that, like, I don't see myself playing this game once. I have the first 3 worlds all pink, purple, and black coins. The 4th world's a little bit harder. I have all purple coins and like all the black coins. It's going to be a little bit more time, I think, to get it in 5 and 6 and to finish 4 off, but I'm going to have all those pretty soon.
But then you unlock the secret worlds.
Those little pipes.
Yeah.
How many levels are in those worlds?
I don't know. I'm guessing 3 or 4.
Okay. Then I'll play those.
Yeah. And then
I might, if one of you guys beats a high score I have on one of those levels, I'll go back and...
Which there's no alerts for that or anything like that?
Nothing like that. They're not really... everyone wants to whine about the friend codes, but I think it goes deeper than that. Yeah,
I'm used to friend
it's
code.
Nintendo. We're a battered housewife at this point. We'll deal with it.
Yeah.
I was he's really nice most of the time. There's nothing like other than like, what are the alerts? There are no alerts for when your little coin houses, your bonus houses pop up. There are no, and
that would get annoying.
I fucking hate alerts.
Yes.
But if you are willing to let a game give you alerts because you're really into that game, they should be giving you alerts like, oh man, you won't believe what just happened. Tyler fucking smashed your score on 2-3. Yeah. Are you gonna let that stand, homie?
Oh man, you beat me last time I tried you.
Oh really? On what?
On Toad Rally.
Oh really?
Yeah.
I have no way of knowing why.
I was farther than you on there and stuff too. You were one of them that beat me.
Was it on an airship level?
No.
No? Okay, I was gonna say, because I kind of had, like, after trying to get Luigi, I kind of had that shit down, so.
Yeah, I'm pretty good with the airship ones. Those ones, they kind of throw you off. You got to get dangerous in the
and
airship
like, you
ones.
don't have time to do your fancy moves to build up your coin meter. You're just surviving. Yeah. So, but then again, once you get a star, you can just take all that shit out. Like, everything is surrounding you, and you can just run through all of it.
I love having the star during coin rush.
Oh, that's the name of the game, is figure out how to get that star as many times as you possibly can.
So, one last point with the notification thing. I will say, I bought the Christmas items that they had, the holiday items, the snow globe, and the
I got them
the
all.
tree.
I just didn't put them anywhere. I just was like, well, I'm going to need to have these.
The tree.
I got both of those ones, and then later that day, I get a notification on the app saying, hey, we have holiday items up.
Yeah.
That's a problem. That's showing that they don't have it quite yet.
It is their first mobile game.
Yeah, the first mobile game that they are completely in control of.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't remember how the Miitomo alerts. Were there Miitomo alerts? I don't remember how they worked. Maybe this is just indicative of like how badly they were doing.
There were. I just don't remember.
Yeah, they weren't.
That they did.
They weren't anything special. Like no, you just had to get on there to see if anyone responded to any of your stuff. I really hope they use this and figure something out. Like, take this information they're getting and like do something about it. But it doesn't seem like that's not Nintendo style.
So the rumor is there is a survey going around to select players of it, and a couple of things that get asked in the surveys is what do they think of adding DLC to it?
Yes.
And Super Mario Run 2.
No.
Exactly. I don't want that. I don't want to spend another $10 on a game that's just like this.
Just keep more doing it.
Now give me Super Mario Galaxy Run, maybe.
My brain just broke a little bit because I'm trying to wrap my mind around how that would be a thing.
Do it like a temple run. It'll be a 3D one.
Be like that Sonic Run, almost.
Yeah, sure. Something like that too.
What is it, Sonic Rush?
There was, we had the Sonic Jump or whatever.
There's Sonic Jump. And...
I think we're all in agreement that we hope that they add more stuff in the future, that we feel like we are...
I want Nintendo to do well. I just think that, like, they're so obtuse. Like, they don't think they need to have to do more than they're doing because they're Nintendo and their philosophy is their philosophy, and it's the way they look at things, and like they don't really understand anything, which is great, because when people start dying or retiring at Nintendo, it kind of carries on because they have their own philosophy that they are imparting to people younger than them, imparting to people that are underneath them. That's fine. We'll still kind of get that Nintendo spirit, but the things that they need to do to stay relevant in the few areas that actually require them to be relevant, I don't know if they're ever going to be able to understand it, understand why that people are upset or why that people want more from them, or I mean, you know what I mean? Like, it's just...
I think they've gotten a lot better about listening to their fans.
Yeah.
We've been able to see that reflect on their Nintendo Directs, and they did the one E3 video that was like Robot Chicken, and they were
cute.
Flat out acknowledging things that fans have been asking for. I think they're getting a lot better at it. I think it's just something that's going to take time. I still believe that when it comes to the things outside of the mobile market, that we basically are waiting for the Switch. That they've been putting all of their eggs into that one because they realized a couple years ago, 1-2 years ago, that the Wii U isn't going to really be the way that they need to keep pushing their games.
All their fault.
Yeah.
It really is. And it sucks, but...
So that's Super Mario Run. I think
really
we'll come back to
enjoy the game itself.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I don't regret buying it. No, I don't either.
Yeah, I'm still enjoying it. I still question the validity of the $10 price when, at the end of the day, it's not the best auto runner on your phone.
Is it not?
I still think like the Rayman Jungle Run is a better game.
Okay, I've never played it.
I still think Cannonball is a better game.
Cannonball is fun.
Jetpack Joyride.
See, I think Cannonball's fun. I think Cannonball's a lot more fun on a PC where, because that's another one where it's sensitive how long you hold the button down, but it's only like a half a second of being able to hold it down before you start falling. I think it's an excellent runner.
Sure. No.
And I think the mechanics that are built into it, like I guess they put all the Mario mechanics in there somehow, except for being able to change direction. If there maybe a swipe somewhere in there,
there is a back swipe that you can do in mid-air that will like send you back a little bit.
Really?
Apparently.
Is that like clicking on the Pokeball?
No.
To pick it back up in Pokemon Go? Is that like some sort of
this is in the
legend?
guide. This is in the game.
Oh,
you
really?
There's a tip guide. game that you can look through and it can tell you things. Well, let's move on. Do you have any other games to talk about, Tyler?
Not really.
All right, Brian.
I was made leader in my clan.
This isn't.
Hey, come on! I felt like it was an honor. I don't know why they picked me, but they picked me. They must like something about what I do. So hey.
So this is Clash Royale.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look. I am the third leader.
I'll say one thing about this. There are people out there that will go and say that you are wasting your time.
Mm-hmm.
I am one of them. What other games have you been playing?
I am one of those people. I have been playing this game called
a joke. Just
babysit a bunch of children that are older than me at the place that pays me.
Come on, we gotta,
like really.
I get
I'm
you're stressed out, but come on, let's video games.
I'm sorry, I haven't. I played a little bit. Okay, you know what? I did play a little bit of Arkanoid on Facebook Messenger.
Okay,
and that was kind of fun. The fact that did you see that a few weeks back? They put like 17 games that you can just play through Facebook Messenger.
Facebook games.
Yeah,
whatever. I've seen them just on the face. I didn't see the Messenger one. There's some puzzle game that me and my wife have been playing back and forth.
Yeah, you can play it on Facebook. I think you play them mostly through Messenger. And yeah, I don't remember because it's been a long time since I played Arkanoid. I played a shitload of Javanoid back in the early 2000s, but I don't remember what all the power-ups were, but I was able to find the ball that goes through everything. And the weird thing about the Facebook one is that it gives you one life.
Oh,
and
shit.
Your best score in one life. So it's really weird when you're doing Messenger on your phone. And my computer at work does not have flash, so I can't school somebody with the mouse. So but I did. Yeah, I was playing some Arkanoid.
Okay.
Good old-fashioned, lovable Taito Arkanoid.
Well, yeah, if anyone out there has the Facebook app on their phone, there are games on there that you can access. You don't have to download them. It just sort of loads them
they're
quick.
Just right there in the Messenger app.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy.
Pretty cool.
Never knew.
Yeah. It just like 3 weeks ago, there was a story up, and a press release. And they're like, hey, you want to, I can't remember what some of the other ones are, but... I mean, there's Words with Friends. There's some of those typical, more recent ones. But then there's just some random old games that are up on there.
There was a Pac-Man on there, something like that. So that's it, though.
Yeah, no. I'm basically at the end of my insanity for work reasons, so I'm gonna be able to live my life again. So hopefully, I'll be getting back to playing games.
Oh,
so yeah. Last 3 months have been a nightmare.
All right.
Hooray!
I did try that demo for RE7 finally.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
How'd that go?
The latest demo update or whatever they call it?
I actually got scared.
Oh, that's super scary. Yeah, I played it. I played the Kitchen VR.
The Kitchen is messed up.
Yeah, Kitchen's really, really scary.
Oh, man. Yeah, that's another one where you're just stationary, right? And you just have to deal with
you have to sit you sit in a chair that you're tied down to.
Yeah.
And then stuff happens to you.
Oh my god.
It's pretty messed up. But yeah, and then the demo, I haven't played the most recent demo. I played the very first demo that they put out. I know now you can escape the house, I guess.
Yeah, well, okay, so here's the thing. Is when I played through it, when you start out, you see part of the kitchen stuff. You see little parts of it, whatever. But then it starts you, and whenever you finally come to, you're on the floor. Your camera is literally on the floor.
Yeah.
And so you get up, and you're in this room with there's a TV. That's the only TV in the house, and you have to go around, and it's pitch black. You don't see anything, you don't see anybody, and you just walk around this house, and you're trying to find, you can find a key for the back door to escape. There's you can find, I don't know where it was, but apparently there's a fuse that was missing you could find, and I don't know, there's random stuff like that you could do.
It's classic Resident Evil puzzles.
Yeah. And I found a videotape, and I put it into the VCR, and it played one of those like cutscenes that was showing during like when they first started teaser trailering it and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And then you played through it a little bit, found a like secret entrance. I had to go through there and find something there else. I think that's where the key was, maybe, if I remember right. But when I went back out of that room and I ended up in the middle, the room that you started in, all of a sudden some guy like walks across the hallway. He doesn't even look inside the room.
Yep.
And I screamed. Literally just screamed for a second. And my roommate Warren just stares at me, starts laughing at me. I was like, dude, I don't care. That's fucking scared me. And I don't know if I should have followed him, but he went towards the back door.
If it's still the same as in the first game, as soon as you go into that hallway, he's gone.
Yeah, he was gone as soon as I went there.
Yeah.
But he went towards that way, towards that back door.
You started going the way he went?
Yeah, so I started going the way that
Good
he
on you,
went.
because I wouldn't have done that.
But, I questioned it. I did turn the other way first. I was like, I did just see someone here, right? And then, when I opened up the back door, as soon as I unlocked it, I heard this, like, laugh, and it was him. And then he's just laughing, whatever, and he, like, slams his fists together and just punches you out.
Nice.
And then whenever that happened, it was over, and it said bad ending. So
there's multiple endings.
So I'm guessing different endings in the demo too.
Mm-hmm. They're really trying to go after that kind of PT.
Yeah, that's exactly
what it reminded me of.
Yeah.
Is PT.
It's God. I used to be so into horror games, but now I had this lapse.
Well, they had some kind of not as well ones though.
Like there were worse ones than what you did. But it's like I play these games now where I'm just sort of like, ooh, okay, let's go up ahead a little bit, go around this corner real slow, real slow. Yeah. Because that's how I was playing a VR game that was a horror game that I didn't realize. And I got a recording of it. I need to put that up. But it is just like me. Like every step I take, I'm like stepping out of the boundaries of the VR, just trying to be like, what is waiting around this corner here? Okay, all right, I think it's fine. Let's go a little. Okay, what's around there? And I'm a little wimp now when it comes to that stuff. I'm worried about 7. Like I love.
I'm worried I can't play it when it comes out.
And I have PSVR, and it's just like, I don't know about that, guys.
Yeah.
Kitchen was pretty bad.
I literally told my roommate I think I might be too scared to get it.
But well, I mean, it feels like they went with 5 and 6. I mean, 4 is terrifying, but in a different way. Maybe 5 and 6 were just more action.
Yeah, they
oriented,
started going,
and the whole kind of genre went that way.
Well, 6 was total action.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, what it was
action.
is that they looked at the change that they made, how much everyone was going crazy for it, and they misread it.
Yeah.
Thinking that people were going crazy for the series now because they made it more action.
Yeah.
And then they went in that direction. When it was like, no, we liked it because it was still scary and it was actually a fun game to play. But you changed
it. All he did was really change the camera.
No, I mean, they didn't have the tank controls.
Well, yeah.
And, like, you are still afraid. I mean, okay, maybe not so much on the Wii version, because you can actually accurately aim your shots.
I never played it on the Wii.
It's like
it's easier. It's the best version to play because you can get through it easier. But when you're playing with a control stick, you have to aim your shots because, if you start missing, you're going to run out of bullets. And also just the tension of, like, I gotta get this guy's head, and then I gotta get over to this guy's head and shoot, and I gotta go over to this guy, I gotta, take this guy's leg out, I'm running out of bullets, suplex this motherfucker, and, it's, oh, man.
Well, a key thing in good Resident Evil games, every bullet counts.
Yes.
Yeah.
And, you have
to first run through.
You have to keep in mind the limited number of bullets you have. By the time they got to 6... you just find bullets everywhere.
But 5, they missed that too because it took away the weapons cache. They took away the suitcase.
Yep.
And they're like, well, every bullet counts, but it's a really shitty inventory system.
Yep.
4's inventory system is fucking great.
God, I spent so much time in 5 with my buddy Garrett, we played through the whole series, but just managing it, where we're just like, I need to pick up this egg, but I gotta drop something from here, but it's like, why do I need this fucking egg?
I want to eat it right now.
But yeah, I've been playing a few games. I just started playing Severed.
What is it?
It's a Vita game. It's by Drinkbox Studios. They made Guacamelee and Tales from Space about a blob and mutant blobs attacks. Been a long time fan of theirs. Actually, their first game, or which one was it? About a blob. The website that I was writing for at the time, the developers posted my review up on their Twitter account, and they were saying that they liked this, and I wasn't even like sharing on Twitter; it just popped up on there, and I was like, yeah. I've been playing Severed, which is nothing like their previous games. It's on Vita, initially launched on Vita. You can also get it on the 3DS and the Wii U.
Oh, okay.
It's very focused on touchscreen play. It's a first-person dungeon crawler RPG that all of the fighting that you do is with swipes on the screen. It's very colorful, very good-looking game. Music's good. There isn't a lot of diversity in the songs, but they're all good. But it's a tough game because you'll go and it moves grid pattern. Like you move from room to room and you kind of like look around. The story is really dark. You're like this girl who it's like she wakes up, her arm is missing. All you can see, she's looking in a mirror, and it's like this weird two-headed bird thing that doesn't have eyes. It's just like two different mouths talking. Is like joking about you being in the world of the dead, and like you're trying to save your family who they just disappeared, and you're trying to find them, and it's really fucked up. But it's a very addictive game. It's got the whole Metroidvania feel to it.
Okay.
You get skills and moves that unlock other pathways to go down.
Do you eventually get arm attachments?
Yeah, well, you always, as far as I can tell, you still only ever have one arm.
Okay.
But you get upgrades for your weapon that you have. You actually use the limbs and parts of the enemies that you kill to upgrade yourself. That's basically like the currency.
Okay.
Like they all have different types. Like there's like, imagine it is like different types of currency where it's like you have the wing currency, you have the tentacle currency, you have the arm currency, you have the jaw currency. And the way it works is that when you're fighting these enemies, you're building up a gauge. And if you can max out that gauge, which is just by getting a number of successful swipes in a row, right before you kill them, everything goes slow-mo, and it says /here, here, and here in the time limit, and then you'll sever the limbs off them. Severed, that's where it comes from.
And I thought it came from her being severed.
That too.
Oh my gosh.
Really great game. It's really hard because you'll walk into a room and
mind is a currency.
No, not well. There are brains. You find brain parts.
Brain blown.
Brain blown.
But you'll walk into one room and you always know when you're about to get into a fight. There's like a flame that you'll see, and that means you're about to get into a fight there. And then you start off, one enemy's in front of you, and it's a puzzle to figure out where to slice these enemies and when to slice them to do any damage. But then you'll go, later on you get it, and you're just surrounded by like 5 or 6 enemies. And it has a gauge at the bottom saying when they're going to attack, and you have to constantly keep an eye on them and like spin around and figure out, okay, I can fight this guy / okay, this guy's about to go, I gotta defend him. It gets crazy. But it's not cool. It's not, it's manageable. If you know what you're doing, if you go around and explore and upgrade. Really great game. It's on sale right now on PSN. I think by the time this episode goes up, it'll still be on sale. If you've been on the fence, if you've got a Vita, for sure, get it. It's one of the best Vita games I've played.
You find a use for that thing.
Yeah, okay. I was going to try to defend it, but I've defended it.
I mean,
at this point, yeah.
It's not the Vita's fault. It's Vita's parents' fault.
Right.
Yeah.
The other game I have been playing is Final Fantasy 15. Brought it up last time, but I actually beat it just a couple hours ago.
Oh, wow. Cool.
What do you think about it?
I love it. Is that the best? It's not the best Final Fantasy. It's far from the worst Final Fantasy.
Well, there are 15 of them, so that's fine.
There's like 60 of them.
I was like, wow.
No.
One thing I want to talk about, Tyler, you're playing it, right?
Yes.
I'm not going to get into anything spoilery.
I've only put in like maybe 3 to 5 more hours into it.
Okay. And that's probably doing a lot of side quest stuff, right?
Yep.
Yeah. That's fine.
I think I did one story. That's where I did. I got 2 of those royal tombs done.
Okay. So. It's almost like the collectibles are going to the royal tombs, and they're all in dungeons. Okay. It's really cool the way they set that stuff up. But one thing I want to talk about is Chapter 13.
Okay.
Do you know the whole thing with Chapter 13?
No.
Well, I'm not going to get into what the deal is with Chapter 13, but everyone's talked about that has played it. It's been real divisive, and it's even been said that the developers in the future want to retool Chapter 13. What Chapter 13 is...
In 20 years when they do the HD remake.
Yeah. Well, no, I'm looking forward to. I've got the season pass for it after beating it because I'm just like I want to play more of this. Mm-hmm. I want more of this world. I want a 15-2. Mm-hmm. Like I didn't want 13-2, even though I played through all of 13-2. Afterwards, I realized I didn't want 13-2. I want a 15-2.
Yeah.
I want to play more of that world. I want another big map to do all this crazy stuff in. The story I think is good, but it does a terrible job at telling that story.
Okay.
I think that there is a cool sort of thing going on, but it misses the right beats to thoroughly explain why that person is doing that. Who is this person? You can tell that it's like, there is a cool story about this character. I'm apparently not going to find out about it. That's like, you get this in the character designs and everything. But anyway,
until they make another anime.
Yeah. Well, they're going to be doing episodes. They've already said that in the DLC there's going to be episodes.
Yeah.
So you're going to get the episode Gladiolus. There's a part where Gladiolus leaves for a little bit. He comes back. He's got a big scar on his face.
He gets the scar. I saw that because my roommate's playing it too. Mm-hmm. I mean, he's the one that bought it. And doesn't he have his...
Yeah, he gets a big scar on his chest. And they were like... they ask him about it, and he's just like, it's nothing. I'm a tough guy.
It's a crazy night, man.
So I'm sure that episode's going to be about that.
You should see the other guy.
But episode 13, basically what it is it does, and a lot of Final Fantasies have done this. You're put in an area, and you have all your weapons taken from you. This typical thing.
Yep.
And
the beginning of every Metroid game.
They want to make it, they try to make it where you have to avoid these enemies, and you got to basically do kind of stealth to get around them.
Metal Gear.
But I love Metal Gear. I would have been great. I would have loved a Final Fantasy Metal Gear. That'd been awesome. But then what they do is they take away all your weapons, and then they give you this ring that is so overpowered that all you're really going to do is every time an enemy comes by, you're just going to use your magic ring power to just wipe them out. So you're just going to each enemy over and over and over rather than trying to sneak around them, and it just makes the chapter take forever. It makes it really tedious. I'm thinking that's what everyone's talking about because around chapter 13 shit gets weird. It's sort of like 13 is kind of the end of the game, but it leads into what could be a chapter 14 and chapter 15, but I don't think that it says anything like that. Do you know nothing?
I will. When you're done talking about stuff.
I feel so much better.
All right, we're back again. The obligatory Brian has to interrupt the podcast to go pee.
Don't call me out, brah.
Called out. It's too late.
I was in the middle of talking about my Final Fantasy.
I was trying to wait.
You're over here rustling around, doing the little pee dance that you do.
That I do every week. Forgive me.
He's drinking coffee, though.
Yeah, and so am I.
Touche, then never mind.
Hey, you're the one that was trying to make excuses for me. I wasn't.
I just tried to help you.
Hey, dude, it's okay. You don't need to help.
Look, Ollie tried to help.
Oh, Ollie's just bailing on me.
So, as I was saying with Chapter 13, I don't think... Now, I've heard some people say that this is like this is a disgrace to Final Fantasy and all this stuff. And it's like, I'm playing through this.
No matter how bad one little part is of this game, I feel like it wouldn't be that dramatic.
I feel like there are other moments in the series that people could legitimately call a disgrace.
Like, and I might be thinking that there was something else that people are freaking out about that didn't bother me. Mm-hmm. That could be it. That could be that there was something else in Chapter 13 that I just glanced over. For me, the biggest problem was that it was incredibly long and boring one. Mm-hmm. I think they could cut that in half by getting rid of, half of the rooms that you walk through and trying to find the key card over here that sends you all the way back to there. And it's like you're doing a lot of back and forth. It sucks. And it's just slow because they take all your weapons away and you have to do the ring magic stuff. My biggest problem with the game, though, is with the giant battles that you have. There's only like 2 of them, I think, but you've seen them like in the trailers where you have these grand, the summons and all that stuff, and it's like there's a couple.
Oliver, if you have a PS4 hiding around here that you've been playing Final Fantasy 15 on, you need to let me know.
He's got a lot to say about this.
Yeah, seriously.
But there's one battle that you do against one of them that is literally just holding down circle and like you're dodging around in the air, and it's basically like Noctis goes Super Saiyan in a way, but it's just the controls are shit. It doesn't really fit with everything else. There's another part later in the game that you do a similar battle, and it's just the same thing. You and the enemy are like literally flying around the world or the level or whatever, but it's like, what are we doing? Like, this is just awkward and weird.
That giant, like the E3 thing.
Yeah.
That's what they're trying to. That's what they're trying to mimic.
The Advent Children.
Yeah, like an Advent Children, when it's like they're doing the thing where everyone's throwing Cloud up and all that stuff.
Which, I mean, that was kind of cool.
It was cool in a movie.
Yeah.
And they could have just made that like a cutscene, and then just had me do a normal battle against an enemy. Yeah. Which they do that beforehand of all that stuff. You do have to fight your standard enemies. And they have some stronger ones that you got to balance your elements and all that stuff. But then you get to these parts that are just boring, and it's just like, what am I doing right now? It's still just confusing. Still love the game. Still one of my favorite games this year. It's amazing that typically a game that takes this long in development usually is bad. Mm-hmm. I said my issues.
It gets lost in itself.
Yeah, I had said my issues with Last Guardian last week.
Too hyped.
Yeah.
Yeah. That too.
It's like there could have been so many things wrong about this, but overall, I haven't. Yeah, it's great. I love it. I want to play. I want to get the platinum on it.
I still want to play more of it.
I got my wife into it.
I had the chance to.
My wife is addicted to it right now. She saw me playing it enough, and she was like, she hated it first. She thought it was so annoying, but then she started doing the gameplay, and she's just like, I really like this game. I was like, I know it's a good game.
I guess I really could hang out with these bros.
Yeah.
I actually got the collector's edition strategy guide for my roommate for Christmas.
Nice.
Then it came with a map. The map is fucking huge.
Mm-hmm.
It's literally this big when he pulled it out.
And there's a lot because there's a lot of stuff in there.
They have all the highways on it.
Has every spot. Has every fucking like fishing spot, every mining spot, and the plants and everything. It's got everything on there.
It's not the most dense map that I've ever seen, but it does just enough.
Yeah.
Like, I like getting in the car and just letting Ignis drive to somewhere, listening to the music.
I personally don't ever drive myself.
I don't ever drive.
And listen to the soundtracks. Yeah.
Do that and just play on my phone like I would in a normal car.
Exactly. It's like loading time.
Old FF soundtracks, basically. Yeah, that's really cool.
It's great.
Apparently, you can buy more, I think.
Yeah, you go to stores, you go to the gas stations, basically.
I hope there's a 9 soundtrack
on
there.
I got that one.
That's
they got like
favorite. I actually bought that album on iTunes.
You just buy them at like tapes at a truck stop.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Really nice.
They even have Dissidia. They have a couple of the Dissidia game soundtracks on there. All the Final Fantasies. I don't think they have any of the Tactics.
Mm-hmm.
What else? I'm trying to think if there's some other offshoot.
Mystic Quest.
No, I don't think they have Mystic Quest. They have the ones from the movie and the anime. So they have those ones on there too.
The Famicom Knights. I don't know, the crappy top-down shooter that right before they came out before. It'd be funnier if I knew the name of the game.
Sure.
Laugh track.
Yeah,
we're gonna laugh.
Oh, Square, before you made Final Fantasy, when you were gonna die because you were a shitty game company. Yeah, no, we don't need to get into that story, but yeah, they were about to go under when Final Fantasy saved them.
But okay, so let's jump into the main topic of this
break,
episode.
Everybody. Let's do a good stopping point. No.
Yeah, Brian needs another pee break. In this episode, we are going to be talking about 2017 predictions. I have tasked the crew to throw together some random predictions of what they think is going to happen in the year 2017.
I thought of some stuff.
I did too.
Thought of a couple.
Well, when I was thinking about it, I was like, I don't know really what I expect. Sure. And then as I got to thinking about it, I was like, shit. That's not a bad one. Oh, hey, that might not be a bad one either.
Yeah, I think about it constantly because I love thinking about that kind of stuff. There's been numerous times where I'll make these outrageous claims, and then they end up coming true in some fashion.
No, we actually have done that a lot.
Yeah, I love doing that.
Yeah.
So that's what it was my idea. A lot of different podcasts do that, but I just thought it'd be a good idea for us to do ours. Brian, do you want to go first?
Do you want to start anywhere? Why don't I just start with I don't know how profound of a prediction it will be, but I feel like that Xbox Scorpio will be the same price as the PS4 Pro is now.
Okay,
even though it's more
$400.
$400, even though it's technically going to be more powerful, I feel like parts prices will go down enough, and they will eat whatever.
I don't know. I feel like it might be lower.
No, I don't think it'll be lower. I don't think there's no chance it'll be lower.
Because they are saying that it will be the most powerful system.
Yeah, it's going to be way more.
Cut it on price.
They're saying it will be more powerful. They can't undercut it. But yeah, I think it'll be the same price.
So I have that on my list too. I also had a little added thing to it talking about with VR. I think we are going to see either their VR will use the Kinect as just their camera, because every VR right now has a camera. Mm-hmm. And I think the Kinect would work well with tracking. Mm-hmm. Either that, or they will have a Microsoft branded special camera that's going to be better than what PlayStation has for their PlayStation Eye.
Kinect only has one eye, though, right?
No, Kinect has like three.
Does it?
Well, it has like a normal camera and then an infrared camera, and it is a 3D camera. So I think it has like two. I think it has three. I think it has two cameras and then an infrared camera.
But is it a separate piece still?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't have the new Kinect. I have the old Kinect still, so mine's not up to date.
Yeah, right. So yeah, that's actually not a bad point.
I don't think they're going to bring it up. I think it's going to be something that they're going to show off their sort of VR, their Microsoft branded VR.
Oh no, they won't bring it up.
And then it's going to be a press release later that it's going to say that their package will come with a Kinect, because they've got a bunch of Kinects sitting somewhere in a warehouse.
Much like there are a bunch of Moves sitting somewhere in a warehouse.
Exactly.
To go along with that, I'm thinking Xbox and Oculus will announce a partnership at E3 this year, or at least in the lead up to it.
Well, I mean, they did already.
Yeah.
But there will be this Oculus is going to work on the Scorpio.
This game's going to come out.
No, Oculus is going to work on the Scorpio.
Okay, so it's going to say that the Rift that you can buy today will work with the Scorpio? Is that what you're trying to say? Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
I don't think there's any chance for a bundle of any kind, because that will make the price way too big to like even begin to make it sound like a deal to the average.
Yeah, they're not going to bundle it with the system.
There's no way that'll happen because then you're over $1,000, and doesn't matter how much sticker shock, how much like
you're going to find
dick fluffing you can do will never make that sound great.
You're going to find that bundle on the GameStop website, on Dell.com, on Newegg, online. You're going to find those bundles, but they're not going to
like maybe a voucher. Like if you purchase a Scorpio, then you get... Microsoft will give you like maybe for one way or the other there might be some sort of deal you can get on a Rift.
Sure,
but there's not going to be any kind of bundle. But I think it or maybe even the lead up to E3 or at E3 we will start to hear about like they're going to work together. Their controller's already bundled in with the Rift. Microsoft isn't going to make their own Xbox branded headset. We already talked about how they're letting people or they're like
they're opening the floodgates for third-party VR helmets
on Windows.
Yep.
But when it comes down to Xbox, that is going to be strictly Oculus space.
No, that makes total sense.
And I think you're right with the Kinect because they have most of the people, not most, actually at this point it's probably half the people who have an Xbox One have a Kinect lying around somewhere that came with it because it was required to be in there until they cut it out to drop the price to get more people to buy it.
I have one after they did that.
Yeah. Which a lot of people do. But it's an appealing thing because then they're not pissing off everyone that owns an Xbox One. They're pissing off maybe half of the install base.
Yeah.
So sticking with the Xbox stuff, we'll try to group them together in that way. Do you have like Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo predictions?
They're kind of all over the place.
Okay. Yeah, I figure I've got an Xbox One here. I think that by the end of 2017, we will have the OG Xbox, quote unquote, virtual console. They're gonna digitally put backwards compatible. Original Xbox games on there, like they have with the
Psychonauts.
Yeah, you can get Psychonauts. I don't think that it's going to be. You put the disc in. I think it's all going to be digital.
Yeah, because you can put a 360 disc into the Xbox One and it'll install it.
Right.
Okay.
I don't think that they're going to do that with the disc. I think it's all going to be digital because
I can see that.
You can still go into a GameStop and buy a 360 game new. Mm-hmm. You cannot go into a GameStop and buy an original Xbox game new.
No.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's going to be all digital. It's also going to be relatively cheap because with the 360 backwards compatibility, they had the whole thing of saying if you already had it in your account, then it's on your Xbox One now. They can't do that with the original one because there was an Xbox Live. There was an Xbox Live as we know it now.
Right.
Then for the original Xbox, there's no way to keep track of any games that you would have had then. So I think you're gonna see all these games be at most $10.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. No. That's not a bad idea. I mean, especially because that's like that's the one thing they've got really going over PlayStation right now is that they're really taking care of people who own 360 and as almost as a selling point to try and get them to buy an Xbox One.
Well, they've said that over half of Xbox One's users use backwards compatibility.
Yeah.
Yep, I do.
And
I've done it. I've played a few games on there.
I was playing Alan Wake not too long ago. I just like that game. I still have my Alan Wake.
Hey, man.
I always liked it.
No, Remedy.
Whatever, man.
Remedy's pretty cool.
You got any Microsoft predictions, John?
Yeah.
I don't.
Okay.
Actually, no,
do you have another Microsoft Xbox One? I've got one more.
I don't think so. But if I do, I will say it after yours.
All right. The other one that I have, and it kind of goes along with Sony, is I think for 2017, Xbox is going to sell more units than the PS4. I think that when you compare month over month, I think that Xbox will take the majority of those 12 months.
Mm.
I think that they've been doing really well with the Xbox One S. I think that it'll carry on. I think a lot of people are waiting for the Scorpio because the way that they have marketed it compared to how Sony has marketed the Pro.
Sony kind of bungled that.
Yeah, they did. I like my Pro. I can totally understand why someone would want to pass on it and spend $100 less on a Slim.
I think I'm going to trade mine in for a Scorpio. Xbox
Yeah,
One.
no, I plan on doing that. I'm excited to see what they're going to do with that. I think they're going to do a better job, and I think they're going to sell more systems. I mean, I don't think they're going to catch up to what Sony's doing. I still think next year is going to be a great year for video games.
It will take a lot for Sony to ruin their lead.
But I think 2017 will be a good year for Microsoft and their Xbox console.
Yeah, no, I can totally see that happening. I want to buy one.
Yeah. That make me happy because I'm an Xbox person.
Yeah. I feel like they take really good care of their online space and their customers.
I would agree with that. I know, like, back whenever the online stuff first started, it's always like, you know what?
They were the ones
killing
killing
Microsoft because they make you pay.
But they were the ones killing it.
But
and they were giving you back.
They weren't ever always like. First of all, I'm not trying to dog on Sony or anything, but
no, if you're going to, this is a good place to do it.
Yeah, Microsoft really hasn't
dog away.
Doesn't get hacked all the time.
No.
Yep.
They have that going for them first of all.
Which is weird for
Which
Microsoft.
is weird. Yeah. And I don't know. I just feel like I don't know how PlayStation works exactly because I've only had PlayStation Plus for a little bit on PS3, and but
that didn't even afford you. I mean, that wasn't for online play. You could still play online games without that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was just a
service. Back then, yeah.
Yeah, it was just getting bonus games. That's all that really was.
But I know that on Xbox One, anytime you buy or rent or do anything, whatever, it gives you back points, and once you get enough points where you can always just trade them in for a free game or something, stuff like that.
Yeah. Are you talking about the rewards?
Yeah.
Yeah, Sony has a rewards program. Their website sucks. It's purely based on spending the amount on how much money you spend on the PSN store. And then that converts to credits, and then you can go on there and use those credits, turn around to get PSN dollar cards, some games, but then Sony has a wide array of things you can get movies, you can get music, you can get different kinds of gear. So Sony has
products.
Sony products.
Sony multimedia entertainment products.
Yeah, so they have that going for them. It's just their website is really slow. It's ugly. The Microsoft rewards page is simple and to the point. Yeah. It's very clear and I like the way they do it where they basically give you challenges.
Yeah. And
where they're just sort of we challenge you to buy this stuff from us.
And then they'll have promotional things if you say you buy this movie or you buy this game, then they're going to give you this many extra points.
Yeah.
But the thing that Xbox does, they also, after every month, whatever you got, they put into your account as long as it was over so many
over 5,000, which I think it's 5,000 converts to $5.
Did they finally even that out?
Something like that.
Okay.
Well, I think you're talking about the original points that the credits.
800 for every $10 or something like
so messed up.
Yeah.
But I hated that. They've only done it maybe a couple times for me because I'm not always buying stuff on there.
Yeah.
But
yeah, same for me.
I got I've randomly gotten $10 or $15 in credit just to use on the store.
I always do the surveys because you have a monthly survey that you get 250 points each time you do it.
Yeah.
So that's $1. That's a quarter basically.
Yeah.
But it's
Android does that. You can get 10 cents here.
Oh yeah, Google stuff.
They have the Google survey thing.
You use that to buy
my friend uses that.
Yeah, you lucky bastards.
I think Donnie uses it.
Damn it.
So what else? What other predictions you got?
Actually,
hold on. What do you have? You didn't put forward a prediction yet.
I didn't have one for the Xbox.
Okay, well I think we've covered our Xbox stuff.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Go ahead.
I mean, I got some Nintendo stuff.
All right, let's jump over to Nintendo.
Well, I do think that I was predicting that the whole reason for Super Mario Run, and especially this late in the year, was to see how well it does for their next game. Maybe it being Zelda or something, because they did say that they were going to make a mobile like Zelda, and they didn't say it. Right?
Their next Nintendo mobile game will either be Fire Emblem or Animal Crossing.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah. We know that because one of those was going to be out by the end of this year, but got pushed back for Mario Run. Mm-hmm. We know that those two games are in production.
Yeah, they did mention that, or like back in the summer or around E3, like that started to come out right around the time Miitomo was like about to launch.
Which I will say, what I want from Nintendo and mobile is I want a Kirby's Tilt and Tumble game.
That would be
yeah.
I was thinking about the other day. That's what I want.
You think they'll release a Kirby game?
Yeah.
For mobile?
Yeah.
Why not?
Not. It's not going to be a typical Kirby game, but Kirby does a lot of weird offshoots. I think that'd be great for it.
One of the smart things in Mario Run is that bottom portion of the screen that is not part of the screen, but that's where your thumb is supposed to be. If they segmented that in the middle, because Kirby's Tilt and Tumble has, a button push.
Yeah, you've got some move. You have a jump, I think, on that, and then there was like a dash thing or something like that to attack.
They do like they were doing the Mega Man ports.
Yeah, those
they put the controls on the side.
I don't think we're ever going to see any of those from Nintendo.
I don't think Nintendo want their.
Well, I just meant with the controls, but
I mean, they could do that, but I don't think we're going to see that.
Yeah.
They want something that's more organic.
Oh yeah.
And I think that if they had that, like a segment, like a left side and a right side, and that little bar right there, and then you're using tilt controls for it, a Tilt and Tumble would make perfect sense.
Right. Sorry to step on your prediction there, but
I missed that.
Yeah.
Over the summer,
so we know. Well, there you go. I mean, you got those two games to look forward to.
Well, I know we're gonna get the Pokemon. That's good. They'll announce what it'll be called for sure.
So you're talking about Pokemon Stars.
Yes.
You're doubling down on Pokemon Stars.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to that.
I'm doubling down on that.
Mm-hmm. Damn straight. I mean, kind of on Switch. Actually, something I didn't think of before, but speaking of Xbox as a service and maybe an Xbox Virtual Console type thing, I don't think it'll happen this year. But do you think Nintendo will ever offer a service?
Nope. I already know what you're talking about.
Yeah. A Virtual Console type service where you pay a monthly fee and you have access to things.
Talk about the Netflix
would be great.
Nintendo classics.
It would be so great.
Gamefly.
I would love it. And it's never going to happen, but I really, really want it to happen.
I don't know if that would necessarily be a good thing for the gaming industry, though.
It wouldn't be good for Nintendo.
No.
It would entice some people, the people that are that dedicated that want that kind of service to play all these old games will spend the money to rebuy that game over and over again on their new platform.
Or just ROM. Just steal the ROMs and emulate it.
Yeah. I play ROMs at work.
Hey, I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do sometimes.
I've been playing Phoenix Wright.
Oh, God bless you.
All right, real quick.
Phoenix Wright. Yeah.
Switch prices. I'm saying the base model Switch will be $250.
That's what I believe that too.
Whatever there's going to be an upgraded one, but I think the cheapest price you're going to be able to get a Switch will be $250.
Do you think $350 is the one that everyone's going to want to get?
I think it's going to be $300. I don't think they're going to jump $100 on that.
You don't think so?
I don't think so either.
I think it's going to be that.
Because there wasn't that much of a jump between the Wii U, was there?
It was like $330, wasn't it, for the actual
one?
It was
$300. No, the Wii U I got was $300.
When did you get it?
Mario 3D World came with it.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I got mine at launch. I can't remember how much. I think I paid $350 for the 32 gig.
Yeah, I feel like it was
over
$300 for the one that mattered.
Later then.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, you got the bundle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I got mine at launch. They weren't doing... The only bundle they had then was the Nintendo Land one.
I feel like it was a really weird number.
Yeah.
For the Wii U. For some reason. I don't know why.
I honestly just don't think it's a good comparison. I don't think you should be looking at the comparison for what they did, because I don't think they are. I think they're looking at I think they're trying to compare themselves to tablets. They know that they're going to undercut... And that's the thing. I don't think it can be $300 because you can buy a PS4 with an amazing library of games. You can buy an Xbox One with an amazing library of games and backwards compatibility games for $300.
Yeah.
I don't think it's
the base model gets you what? What do you think?
The base model gets you the system, the Joy-Cons, and the dock. I don't think you're going to get the little Joy-Con
Pro thingy.
Not the Pro, but like the thing that you put the Joy-Cons into to do that.
Yeah.
I think that's going to be an accessory.
Mm-hmm.
I think that will come with the deluxe one.
Okay.
The Pro one isn't going to be bundled in. They're not going to bundle a Pro controller with
it. No, not at all. So yeah, if the bundle is only like nothing like there's nothing, because there's not going to really be a hard drive in it.
There's going to be, I mean, there's going to be I think we're going to get a 64 gig onboard memory, and then you're going to have, I think the recent patent said that the expandable memory is micro SD. Mm-hmm. Same thing that the new 3DS XL is using right now. Mm-hmm. That makes total sense.
Yep.
They didn't want to, I think, what was it? In the Wii U, you're not supposed to use the SD for your games. You're only supposed to use it for
like screenshots and stuff. Like Smash Bros. Duh.
Yeah, they tell you not to use that for games or whatever.
I love camera mode.
That's what you use it for.
My Switch related thing was that the Switch will do insanely well in Japan.
Oh,
You're saying that it's going to be above, like, sort of the market trends that are going on right now, basically, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I think the way that its year one catalog is shaping up, it's shaping up to be impressive, at least everything we've heard about so far, that it will be a huge holiday gift in America for Christmas 2017. But I think day one, Japan and the way that they love their mobile market and the way they love Nintendo, they're going to eat that shit up. Because that is where the 3DS is going to live. Like, the portable... Nintendo's portable life is going to live on the Switch at this point. So, I think they're going to tear it up.
Just want to say real quick, guys. We are 20 days and 1 hour away from the Switch
reveal.
Game,
reveal.
The showcase.
Sweet.
The Switch showcase.
Where are we watching that?
We'll talk after.
Okay.
Do you have anything else for the Switch, Tyler?
No, mine was pretty much the Pokemon and the price.
Yeah.
One last thing for the Switch that I have is, sadly, we will not be playing Breath of the Wild until the fall.
You don't think the fall?
No.
I don't think we're going to get it until fall.
If they give us Mario, they will switch that out.
Mm-hmm. I think that Mario or maybe another game and another game will come with it, and then we'll get Breath of the Wild in the fall.
Yeah.
I'm still going to stick with E3, like after it will drop the Tuesday after E3. I'm still sticking with that. Or it will hit in June.
There's been those games that hit on E3.
Mm-hmm. It will hit in June.
But
I think June's a bad time for it.
I don't think it would hit in June. I just don't feel like it would be a summer game.
Everybody is ready to eat that shit up.
Everybody is, but I feel like it also maybe get delayed again. I could see it.
I could see it getting delayed again, but for the most part, they say they're done with it and they're worried about translating.
That was the thing that was taking them the longest to do.
The only reason I see them waiting until the fall is because they want a fall game. If they don't
drive
have
holiday sales.
But here's the thing. I don't think that's a worry right now. I think that Nintendo has been putting a lot of stuff into there that they're not worried about saying we need a fall game. I think they've got a huge list of games that are
that's what
in
I think
production
too, but we
and
just
close
don't,
to being done.
But we just don't know enough to say that. But
Yeah.
that's all we've been hearing is that they have just an insane amount of games that are going to come out year one. They've got a big list, the list of people supporting the Switch, and we all know those people are supporting the Switch tentatively in the beginning. They're going to have something to offer in the first year, and they're going to see how well it sells to whether or not they want to continue working with it. So that first year is going to be really important. I don't think they have to wait till fall. I think they can drop it in the summer.
I just think
that happening.
When it comes to Zelda gets as much time as it needs.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they'll keep working on it if they have to.
Yeah, it's not like even Mario games don't get that treatment.
No.
Mario games will be like, okay, we're gonna wrap it up here. Let's get this game out, and then we'll
because
work on a
everybody
Mario
knows
Galaxy
what
2.
Mario
We'll
is.
work on a Super Luigi U.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Zelda
Zelda's
doesn't do
always different.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of those just games. It's very different every
beautiful.
time, artistically, the way you play it, the levels.
I'm getting just warm, fuzzy chub feelings right now. I love Zelda.
I know it's my favorite.
You got anything else for the Switch?
No, not really.
Okay. I only have one thing for PlayStation. I could have sworn I had more, but I guess that kind of blends in with this thing of saying Xbox will do better. I still think that the PSVR will get new controllers next year.
Yeah.
I think they're going to unveil some kind of new little thing.
Do you think they will release next year?
Yeah.
I think they have to, and I think it's going to be a really hard pill for PlayStation to swallow because they really want to offload all of those moves, but they have to.
Yeah.
If they want to stay competitive, they need to, because Vive will have a new set of controllers next year, for sure.
Because the other thing I was thinking about was
those touch controllers look really good.
Mm-hmm. The other thing I was thinking about, that the way they can innovate without replacing the headset, because the headset is the most expensive part, would be the camera, but they just put out a new camera. And I can't see them saying next year, here's the new camera. But they can do that with a controller because every Sony gamer knows those controllers. They've known about those controllers for a long time, and have just been like, what the hell are these neon ice cream cones?
Yes.
So yeah, I still stand by. They need to put out a new controller. I think that'll work well for them. Well for them. The other stuff I've just got random stuff about certain games.
Yeah.
Do you have anything, Tyler? Outside of
I have a random. It's not even something that I'm predicting. I just kind of want.
Yeah, go for it.
I want to hear something about Kingdom Hearts 3 because I wait years and years and years. It's just like.
Well, you know when we get the 2.8 that there's going to be some special thing.
Well, it's out now, isn't it?
No, that got delayed, didn't it? It got delayed to.
Did it?
Oh God, it did
March?
get delayed.
I think it got delayed to March.
Yeah, you're right. It did.
Well, we might hear something.
No, but
do you want to hear something, or do you want it?
I want to at least hear something.
Okay,
I don't expect to get it.
Good sir.
I do not expect to get it next year.
You will definitely hear something.
No. Well, what it's going to be is that at the end of the Aqua's level or whatever they're doing, you're going to do that after the credits roll. There's going to be some crazy thing. Then you're going to see Sora. And it's going to be they do that at the end of every Kingdom Hearts. You have to get the perfect 100% playthrough.
I've only done that on one of them.
Yeah, I've done it for all of them.
I only got the perfect on 2.
No, I mean I did it for all of 1 and all of 2 because it was one of those things that I remember everyone was talking about it, but that back then you could go on YouTube and watch an HD thing online.
See, when I went through the games, I was able to do that.
But I just remember there was a really low res video, and I'm like, I can barely see anything.
Thumbnail,
I'm like, I've got to see this myself,
Postage
so
stamp.
I went through and did it all, just to watch that little video.
Because I beat the first one without getting the perfect. I had to watch the perfect online, but the second one I beat both. I went through and. I did it the easy way the first time to get the perfect mode where you just beat it on proud mode. Mm-hmm. That's the easier way to do it without getting everything.
I've always loved that term for that difficulty.
Proud mode.
Proud mode, yeah.
Not pride mode, but proud mode.
Yeah.
Nice.
No, it makes you feel proud.
we are definitely going to see something from Kingdom Hearts 3.
Oh yeah.
We haven't. I mean, did we get anything this year for Kingdom Hearts 3? Any information?
The last thing we got, I think, was it the end of last year?
I think
about
it
the Tangled level
2.8 must have been.
I think it was
PSX.
Either PSX or it was either last year's PSX, Tokyo Game Show, or E3.
And they showed some of the fighting and like sword
Game Awards last year.
Doing something.
I don't think it was at the Game Awards.
No.
I mean, this year they've just been pushing 2.8.
Yeah,
that's all they've been pushing for.
Yeah, that's all they've been talking about.
But yeah, we're gonna hear stuff from that for sure. Same with Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Oh yeah,
now that 15 is out
though.
and everything, we'll get something else for it.
That one I expect to happen.
Some more about the structure of how that's going to get released, because that's
apparently.
I think that'll be 2018.
It's getting released in parts.
They drop that. Yeah, it's going to be episodic.
Yeah.
See, I don't know how I feel about that because people are going to be playing it and then waiting to play the next one.
Yeah.
It's going to be like...
Hopefully it doesn't turn into like a Half-Life situation.
The only way I see this working out is if it's going to be like a movie kind of thing where they can get it to space out for like a year.
Yeah.
The only episodic Square Enix game that I know of is Life is Strange.
Which I love.
They did a good job. Oh, God. I'll come out and admit it. I cried.
I did
cried
too.
in that game.
Oh.
No, there's a couple sad ass.
Yeah, it's not even like the ending made me cry. There are parts in it that just
because I mean, well, first of all, okay, what did you? I gotta ask.
Don't spoil anything.
True.
I mean, if you can work around it, go for it, but don't spoil anything.
It's not just me.
Option A or B at the end.
I don't know what A or B is. Like, I don't remember.
I mean,
is it?
I'm the stand-in for anyone listening.
Yes,
I did.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, I had to. It was. It
Oh.
It was for the greater good.
The greater good.
I did too. I just wanted to make sure it wasn't just me.
What do you got, Brian? What's your next thing you got in there? I got two more.
Ubisoft is going to need a miracle to hold off Vivendi.
But
it's possible. The only way I see it happening, you know about this, right?
No.
So Vivendi, who previously, as of I think was it 2009, 2010, 2011, somewhere in there, turn of the decade, Vivendi sold off all their stock in Activision and got out of the game. And over the course of last year and kind of the end of 2015, they've been slowly buying up. Yeah, stop that. Don't stop clawing the couch, kitty. They've been slowly destroying my couch one claw at a time.
Oh, you should see my game room couch. There's just like these big frays on the corners. It's crazy.
Much like the cats are destroying my couch slowly, Vivendi has been slowly buying up interest in Ubisoft, which Ubisoft does not like, because it's what's called a hostile takeover, where they take control of the company by buying public stock. Ubisoft has desperately, this whole year, been on a campaign to basically raise awareness. To be like, hey guys, like we need help. We need some kind of help to keep us independent because we do our best work. Because honestly, I like Ubisoft a lot. I think they're insane. They do whatever they want to. They definitely have a style. But
yeah.
So here's the thing: if Vivendi takes over, what's going to happen is everything will be annualized. Like they started to do with Assassin's Creed, and look what happened with that.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to be doing that with everything they can. We're not going to see the Ubisoft. I think it's Ubisoft.
Mm-hmm.
UbiArt games, the more indie focused, indie type games. We're not going to see the creative games coming out from them anymore.
They're going to want...
It's going to be the stuff that make...
Ansel under some sort of contract. They're not going to want him to be working with an independent studio and working with Ubisoft.
I mean, Ansel might be out. Like, he's got his own little team that he was working on. It was a Wild.
Yes.
I think that maybe that was kind of the thing that he was wanting to do, that he saw the some stuff was happening with Ubisoft, and he was trying to work his way into some other stuff. Maybe that's why they were being forgiving.
He wants that separated so that no one can touch it.
Maybe that's why Ubisoft was just sort of like, yeah, you can go do your own thing with another team, and then you can work on this. Because they were just like, dude, hurry, do what you gotta do to get out of here, man.
Yeah. There's several kind of things like that I've heard of going on within video game companies, or like it. Like the Kojima thing going on right now. He's getting people from Konami.
Well, he took his team that he wanted. He took as many people that he could from his team. Well, from his Kojima team, his Metal Gear team, and all that. Took as many that he could from that. And
from what did he call it? Foxhound Productions or whatever.
He went and did his own thing. What it was with Konami is I think it's either their CEO or their president doesn't like video games.
They want the easy money.
And they want to focus on other stuff, but because they pulled out they were saying like, we're done with video games. We've got PES coming out. We've got Metal Gear. Those things are getting worked on. We're focused on this. Then Metal Gear Phantom Pain comes out. Everyone goes crazy for it, makes a shit ton of money, and they're like, you know, guys, we really appreciate video games, and we're going to focus as much as we can to make the best video games possible. Oh, well, Kojima's gone. Okay. We still have Metal Gear. Okay, you guys like Metal Gear? We're going to keep making Metal Gear.
You like Metal Gear, right? Zombies.
Yeah. Oh, wait, you guys don't like the new one that we're making?
Man, I don't know why. They really like the last one. The last 5. Oh, it's so strange. And not all of us have access to their spa facilities and health clubs and pachinko parlors. And
on a side note, real quick, how do you guys feel about that Death Stranding so far? Like the 2 trailers?
I like what I've seen. I want to see more.
I pre-ordered the 2-song soundtrack vinyl that they're playing for already.
You're just going vinyl crazy right now.
Dude, vinyls are awesome. I want some video game vinyls.
It's true.
Like, where do you find these video game vinyls?
Super Potato.
Because
you can also check out iam8bit.com.
All right.
So
go on.
The end to my Ubisoft Vivendi, although I really wonder if Vivendi was really behind the Vince Zampella and the other guy, the guys who created Infinity Ward, that created Call of Duty, that got kicked out and fucked over and left and started their own studio.
That was so long ago. I can't remember any of the details.
But I mean, it was really. I mean, also Activision. It's not all. It can't all be Vivendi because Bobby Kotick is a huge prick.
Oh yeah, the fact that he's still with Activision is just sort of
and still running it.
Activision's just that way.
It's
They're actually, I was making a joke with my roommate yesterday because we saw that Destiny and Call of Duty are bundled now. And
I saw that. That was so weird.
And because Destiny's doing very well right now, and Call of Duty's not. So. They're really trying to sell that Call of Duty.
Well, they went and bought not bought, but they basically did buy them. They basically lied to Bungie and said they were going to have total freedom to do whatever they wanted, and then went in and stepped all over it.
They're like, hey, you guys need microtransactions.
But it's because they not microtransactions.
No, there's
you guys need it. Well, I know that, but you can buy dances. But I mean, like, the story... what's the name of the guy who created the music? The people who were writing the story.
Oh God, yeah.
Like they all left.
Mario O'Donnell.
They all left.
No, he didn't leave. They screwed him over.
Yeah,
right.
They
I
fired him.
don't know that was Bungie.
I don't know if that was Bungie or Activision. No one knows for sure.
Exactly. They were promised like the Activision. They were some deal to give them like almost anonymity. Not anonymity.
It ended up being Paul McCartney and someone else making music.
Well, and you know
I'm
who?
Not kidding.
Right, because he was making the music. Mario O'Donnell was making the music.
Because Mario O'Donnell did the Halo music.
Right. And like, why would you ever fuck with him again?
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
And but someone in Activision higher up was like, well, we just paid a shitload of money
to get Paul
McCartney in here. Give me a second while you all shit your pants. And they're like,
do
you not know who Marty O'Donnell is? Like, he's our guy. Like, we're fine. They're like, no, we just paid a shitload of money for Paul McCartney. And I'm just like, God damn it. Like, you guys are fucking with our shit right now. Like, you gave us all this money to leave us alone. And Destiny has been like this tortured thing because of just the partnership that they had.
Yeah, Activision's holding on to them right now because that's what
they've got them for 10 years.
That's what they got right
pretty
now.
Pretty much, right?
Well, yeah. Well, Bungie just...
Well, okay, here real quick. Pop prediction. Destiny 2. Will we hear that in 2017?
Yes.
We have to. It's going to come out in 2017.
We will. No. Maybe.
You think it'll get pushed back again?
I think if it does, it'll come out late.
It was supposed to come out this year.
Okay, no, you got to stick to it, Tyler. 2017 or 2018 for Destiny 2.
Think they'll push it back to the spring?
I think
you don't have to say a month, a year. 2017 or 18.
If it's 2017, it's at the end of the year.
But are you saying 2017 or 2018? So you're saying 2017.
Into 2017.
And you're just going 2017, right?
I think they're
going to... rethinking it, but...
I think they might release something else first, probably.
Because they're overhauling it now. The latest thing I heard was that they're really, really... But they've got a team on it. The Taken King team has been working their asses off on it. It was supposed to be out this year.
They're going to be more consistent.
I'm going to go say 2017.
Well, I'm pretty sure one of my old friends who works for Activision, I think is working on the PC version of it.
Oh, yeah, it's supposed to come out PC too.
Yeah, I think that's what he's working on. He can't say what he's working on, but I'm pretty sure. Because I knew what team he was working for in Activision beforehand, and the rumor is that they were basically thrown into there and just told, make this work on PC.
It's the Activision way.
Yeah.
All that to say that the Guillemot family is... going to have to sink a lot of cash into Ubisoft to keep Vivendi from doing it. Like, it is going to be extremely hard for Ubisoft to stay independent. It's possible, but I don't know if it's going to happen, and I really don't think it's going to happen. Right. They're slowly eating away at every... Because once they get to a 30% share, under French law, you have to make a public offering on the company, and they are in the lower 20s right now. And... They tried the hostile get a board member on during their investors meeting a few months ago. It didn't work, and so now they're trying the slow share takeover, and they're gonna get there.
Yeah, see, I don't even follow this stuff.
Like, they're gonna get there.
I just know that it's inevitable, and it just sucks that Ubisoft has made some bad decisions over the last few years, but if Vivendi takes over, they're not going to really have a chance to make it good again. Like it's things are just going to get screwed over. Yeah. I love Rayman, and I don't think that I think the only Rayman that we'll see again are just going to be the mobile versions.
It's mobile versions, like or a legend every now and then,
a mashup.
Or a legend every year.
No, I mean it's just going to be mobile stuff.
Yeah.
I think that's all we're going to see from that.
Yeah, no, the brothers that own that company, their family, they're going to have to give basically their fortune to keep that company. And that's all. I think that's the only way out, because the public doesn't seem to care, and all the last 6 months they have been pushing, hey, we are Ubisoft. Here are people. Here are little press videos. Like, pay attention to this because we're fucking scared and we need someone to help us.
Their E3 events will really suck. I mean, they've been corny, but I think they're gonna, if Vivendi takes over, they're just gonna get corporate, and it's gonna be.
And they're not gonna have.
They're gonna look more like EA's press conferences.
Those have always.
Those ones are so
EA's
boring.
Like that company. They're that company in the gaming industry right now.
Okay,
and
so
they'll never have what's her face again.
Aisha Tyler.
Yeah, Aisha Tyler will never run that
That's the I
press conference ever again.
I think Aisha Tyler's great.
Yeah.
I think that they need to give her like 2 weeks ahead of time and say these are the games we're going to be announcing. Write jokes for it, rather than basically saying write jokes and then react.
Yeah.
Like, it's clear that she loves these games. Like some of the ways that she reacts to some of the announcement, it's just like, really? I mean, that looked good, but okay, if you're into it, that's fine. If it's enough to make you cry, sure. Whatever Ladywood is, okay. But moving on, game that I have here this is just a wish. I hope that in 2017 we are going to hear something about Cyberpunk 2077. Oh. Do either of you know about Cyberpunk 2077?
I've heard the
name
drop.
This is going to be done by the people that did Witcher 3.
Okay.
Oh.
It's a Cyberpunk game.
That game was really
based on the board game Cyberpunk. I think it's Cyberpunk 2077.
Is it a Polish board game?
I don't know. I don't know the origins of it. I just love Cyberpunk.
Yeah.
And I couldn't get into Witcher 3. I wanted to so bad. I put like 15 hours into it, but I only got through like maybe the first major side quest thing.
I'm not the only one.
I did the Bloody Baron. And that was it?
Yeah.
I ended the Bloody Baron, and I was like, this is
a
game. Like, that's a game for me. Like,
well,
that
game is so big.
Yeah.
That game, I just got to the point where it's taking me way too long to do anything on it.
Did you play it when it first came out?
Just a
little. Oh, I did. I bought it at launch, and yeah, it was buggy, but that didn't stop me.
You weren't put off by like the controls.
No. They were weird, but I was able to do it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pause this real quick. I'm gonna show you guys Cyberpunk 2077, so you guys can get as hype as me.
Okay.
Okay, we're back. So these guys are now familiar with really all there is to know about Cyberpunk 2077.
So it's kind of a Death Stranding situation where it's like, that looks really cool. I don't know anything about what the game is about.
The thing that just has me so psyched is that you have these people that made The Witcher 3 an absolutely incredible RPG are going to make a Cyberpunk game. Mm-hmm. And that alone, what we know, I think they've said so far, is that you're going to be playing a cop that is investigating rogue cyborgs or androids, whatever the terminology is.
Detroit.
Yeah, it's going to be a similar thing to that, but it's like, these things going crazy, killing people, and you're sort of investigating that. But if you have a huge
But you're just not going to
city,
have David Kane, or is that his name? David, the guy who's in charge of...
get your names right.
Heavy Rain and...
David Cage.
David Cage, yeah. So you're just not going to have his script all over
like,
it. You're going to have a good story on it.
You're going to have a good story that will be acted well.
Yeah.
That isn't going to be, let's this whole story is about Americans, but let's get French people to play the Americans. Right. Okay, we screwed up that time. Well, let's get Ellen Page on here in the next game. Nope, you don't want that either. Okay, sorry guys. So yeah, I'm really hoping that we hear something. They're completely done with Witcher 3. They've done all the DLC stuff for it.
Gone through all the books, probably. They're probably done with all the source material at this point.
I'm so excited to hear more from them. I'm thinking that we're going to hear something from it next year, and then they're going to say 2018 is when it's going to be out, and then it's going to get delayed to 2019.
Okay.
That's what I'm predicting with that.
Because Witcher is a 2009 game? 2010?
The original Witcher?
Yeah.
No, the original Witcher was like 2007.
Yeah.
Was it that? Is it that far back?
Yeah.
Damn. Okay.
I remember having Witcher 2 for the computer.
It was only on PC.
Yeah. Witcher 2 that came out on 360.
Yeah, 2.
It was late. No, well, I mean mid 360 life. So, God, I don't know.
It was really early on in Yahtzee Zero Punctuations.
Okay.
I do know that much. It was one of those original.
I got an easy prediction.
All right.
Yeah.
For a game that's out already for Overwatch, there'll be new characters.
Sure.
Wow, you're really stepping out there.
Brian, you got anything?
I got one that we can end on.
I got one more then.
So yeah, go ahead.
Another one that I only bring up because I was a fan of the original, Prey.
See, I'm actually kind of excited about that.
I am too.
I think Bethesda's in charge of that.
Yeah, Bethesda. Well, it's the whoever did the Dishonored stuff now.
Yeah,
and they're doing Prey as their next thing, right? Isn't that how it's working?
I think so.
I think that's what it is. Even though it looks absolutely nothing like the original Prey,
right?
I think my prediction is that it will get really good reviews and sell poorly.
Yeah. Okay.
I can see that
because that's what's happening with Dishonored 2 right now.
It will get really good reviews after it launches,
or maybe it'll come out at the same time
because
as
it's Bethesda now.
It's like it,
Yeah.
Like the Battleborn Overwatch situation.
Yeah.
Battleborn is now notorious
as
the game that got released at the wrong time.
Borderlands 3.
Ooh.
I'll throw that out there too.
Okay.
I think we'll see that at E3.
You think
we'll either see it at E3.
They're going to load that in the chamber as fast as they can.
I think they've been working. I mean, it seems like they've been. Well, we know they've been working on it.
Right, but they were really hoping that Battleborn and maybe some other stuff that would have panned out. But now they're scrambling to get Gearbox is scrambling to get something out there that will make them money.
Well, I think that they're maybe. I think they'll announce it this year, either at E3 or the Game Awards. And then we'll see it.
I think
the following year. We'll see it 2018 because we know that they're trying to get in money because they just opened up their indie publishing group, and I think that's going to be a way for them to get in money.
Well, they're getting money from. They'll be getting money from the
Bulletstorm.
People Can Fly. Bulletstorm.
What do you think? They are Bulletstorm's getting a thing.
Yeah.
They're getting a remaster.
But Gearbox is in charge of, or not in charge of, but
they're publishing it.
They're publishing the People Can Fly's.
So the money will go through them.
I never got to play the pre-sequel though. I played 1 and 2.
Pre-sequel's probably the worst of the 3
because it wasn't made by the team.
It wasn't?
No.
Oh.
It was made by some team in Australia.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
What do you think the classes are going to be in the third one?
Oh, I don't know. I'm not even going to go into that.
It's whatever crazy thing comes out of their head. Because
you think it'll be another ninja?
Or the sniper or whatever. I mean, I'm certain they'll be heavy. They'll be.
Well, the only thing that I've seen that's the same in the 2 is a siren.
Yeah.
I
think they'll keep that constant unless there's some story beat that.
I really like
means they have to get rid of that.
I did the Mechanomancer on 2.
I wanted to play with the Mechanomancer, but that was DLC though,
yeah,
right?
I went ahead and got the DLC. Yeah. I was like, I want to play that.
I do want to mess around with that because you're summoning claptraps everywhere. That's sounds great to me.
You summon this big death robot, and he goes and slashes for you, and you can put an element on him. So,
all right. Cool. What did you have, Brian, to close us out with?
So, let's get real.
Real.
Okay. So we had SAG-AFTRA this year. The strike.
Yeah.
The voice actors strike. And I feel like more what came out after that was people going, like, yeah, that's all well and good. Voice actors, union, that's nice. But there's just everyone else saying that programmers need to be protected.
Yeah. You think there's going to be a programmer strike?
No. I do not.
Okay.
I do not think that under this climate, with the way that Congress, administration, everything in the government is set up, that there won't be any legislation anywhere near being passed in that sort of way that protects these people. I don't think they're going to be able to organize that well without being blackballed.
Yeah.
But with the way that his name is not Nathan Drake. Nolan North, yes. Like with his sentiments at the Game Awards, everyone that was reporting on this, Polygon just had a huge article where they talked to people who are contracted and the huge problems that go on in that way, the way that these people are taken advantage of. the way that they are, the way that legally, the way these people are contracted out, they are not allowed to be treated like normal employees, but that they are expected to be treated well. And by that, like, I mean they are not allowed to be led on to say that, hey, this will, like, there are laws in place saying that if you tell someone that this will lead to being converted into employment under our company, and then you don't actually convert them under employment into your company, that is illegal.
Okay.
If you are not allowed to force contracted programmers to attend company events, to attend company like meetings, social company gatherings, because those aren't, they're one, they're perks, but two, they're also a way to get everyone under the company umbrella to work together. And you can't and they're forced to do this. Mm-hmm. Most people who are, they talk to you about a dozen people anonymously because they are afraid of being blackballed and kicked out of the industry. They say that almost all of them are forced to act like normal employees that are full-time, benefits and all that, benefits, sick days, paid time, but they don't have any of those benefits, any of those sick days, any of that kind of paid time off. And these companies are saving 30% on each employee as opposed to actually fully employing them. The more this happens, like, I feel like with SAG-AFTRA, the people who really need this protection are programmers. The people who really need to organize are the programmers.
Yep.
Film industry isn't a fair comparison because these people come together and work for 2 to 3 months if you're on production, 6 to 8 months if you're on post-production. Mm-hmm. These people come together, they make something, they move on, but they are protected in such a way that they know that they can afford to live that way. Game companies, you are there for 2, 3, 4 years. Contracted employees are contracted on a yearly basis, in many cases. Something needs to change.
So you're saying that there's going to be some news coming out that they're going to try to unionize?
These people are going to begin to organize.
Okay.
This isn't going to happen this year. We're not going to see anything really concretely come together for a while. But with the way that SAG-AFTRA went it hasn't gone anywhere yet. Because, honestly, they're just striking right now. They haven't even come to an agreement at this point. That might start to resolve itself some point this year, or this upcoming year. But programmers are going to begin to become ornery. And what that means for how games are going to get made, that might not, okay, now that I think about it, that might not actually change because there isn't an actual union. There is not a way for them to strike.
Yeah.
But something is like this. So next year is going to be the beginning of unionization of employment rights for people who program for games.
Well, at least I'll have time to get through my backlog.
Yeah. It's going to be a while before the shit really hits the fan. But and as people who are gamers and people who are really invested in this industry, it's really fucking important that they do it. Because they are... the reason that these people make games is not because of the pay, the environment, the job security. It's because they do it out of love. Because they are artists. Every single programmer I know and have talked to, and people I don't know but I hear talk about on the internet and have told their story, is that it is so much easier to go get a job programming for something else, to program code for machines in a factory. Is easier. It pays better. You have benefits. It's probably boring as shit, but job security, better pay. The game industry, turnover is insane.
I think what it'll need to happen is that first party publishers and companies talking about Microsoft, Nintendo, Sony, need to take the initiative to let these groups sort of unionize however they want to do it, to show support for them. I don't think we're going to get them from the third-party stuff. We're not going to get them from things like EA. We're not going to get them from things like, especially if Vivendi takes over Ubisoft, that's going to change completely, because these are companies that look at solely profit, while you have someone like Nintendo, Sony, Microsoft, they look at things and they say, you can see how good we treat our employees by the quality of our games. That you have someone like Nintendo that is always willing to delay things, not because they're against they're against crunch. Crunch is like the biggest thing.
Yeah.
And you have places like EA. You had we heard about stories from Konami. They were horrible.
If they didn't like how you were doing things,
Konami tears.
They sent you
picture.
Yeah.
Yeah, they sent you off to a spa club to mop and clean up crap after people.
Well, I mean,
but I think it'll be
Kojima.
I think it'll be up to these companies here, those three.
I think of those
set
three.
An example.
I think of those three, Microsoft would be the first one to make a move, because I don't think Nintendo's culture they
wouldn't show it off. They wouldn't.
They wouldn't show it off, and it's Japan.
Yeah, it's still Japanese development.
The people there are encouraged to be creative, and Miyamoto might upend a tea table here and there, but
they have the whole thing of like a weird way that they when they think of respect, it's different than the way that we think of respect. Mm-hmm. Where it's like, if you're on the team developing thing, you need to respect the people in charge there by putting your blood and sweat and tears into this thing. Meanwhile, here in the States or in the in the West, it's a little bit different, where it is sort of like, you need to treat us like human beings, and that will give us the more quality product in the end. This is coming from an ignorant Westerner, so I've only heard stories of how things are done.
Yeah, but I mean, like, in Japan, and in a lot of places in this industry, like, you're pulling all-nighters and all that kind of stuff. Oh, yeah. Leaving at, even I read a fully translated interview about Link to the Past with Miyamoto from like 91 or from 92, where he's like, yeah, if you walked out at 5 p.m. like, hey, the day's over, like, people would be like, what's his deal? Like, that's just kind of weird. But at the same time, I'm making sure that they're getting 8 hours of sleep, because no one is going to make a good game tired.
Yeah.
Like, they're taking care of their people. Yeah, they're not giving them as much recognition or promotion or pay increase, but that's the Japanese way. Like, you live at one company, you work at one company for your career. Like,
and you hear like someone like Sakurai, the stories of him breaking himself to put these games out. It was always
Smash Brothers, the guy that
it was Smash always Brothers. Told that he did it because he needed the game to be perfect. Mm-hmm. It wasn't someone saying that you need to stay here, needed to work your butt off. It was his dedication to putting out the best game.
And even like, Iwata coming down to QA test it. Yeah,
it didn't even start out with any of those characters.
Like the
started out with just like frames almost.
The CEO of Nintendo, Iwata, who just recently died, he was not CEO at the time, but he was upper management, and he left his upper management job to go back to his old company to make sure they got that game out, because he wanted to work on it with them. Like, they all believe in that shit. They're all there to kick serious ass and make sure those games are good for the most part. And a lot of ways, Nintendo is just that way.
All right. I think that'll wrap up this episode. This has been another long one. Got a lot to talk about. I really enjoyed this. Hopefully we were all correct on the stuff that is good.
Mm-hmm. It was almost like an episode like last time, though, where we're talking
this
about
was a lot more focused than last week's episode.
We didn't have alcohol.
We were all sober this time. That was interesting. Thanks for listening, everybody. You can find us on Twitter at JAVG Podcast. If you're listening to this on iTunes, you can also find it on YouTube, where I do Let's Plays of really just VR games, and there's a couple reviews of games, but the VR stuff is what's going to keep coming from there. If you're watching this on YouTube, you can check us out on iTunes under Just Another Video Game Podcast. Be sure to give us a review. That helps out a lot. Brian, what do you do?
If you're watching this on YouTube, you can go into the search bar and look for Luigi's Apartment. That's where we play. That's where you can see the stuff that we play usually after the podcast. There hasn't been much this month. Like I said, I've been busy.
And we've been doing longer.
We've been going longer. I don't think we're gonna be able to. You guys, no, we can't do one this time. But I've got a couple things on the back burner. A couple things that Jeremy and I played a game a few weeks back. The four of us played some Nintendo Land last week.
That was fun.
So I
had never actually played that until then.
I
had it.
Yeah, I've heard that story so many times where people are just like, well, if you got a Wii U, you probably had Nintendo Land, but you may not have played it.
I never played it.
So I honestly think we should just play more of that. And
that would be fun. I mean, it's almost like a mini Mario Party.
Yeah,
I think it's a better Mario Party.
It's a better Mario Party than the recent Mario Parties.
Than the recent two Mario Parties, yeah. It's a lot more fun. We should play that Pikmin game, because the Pikmin game on there.
Yeah, that was really good.
It's a co-op game. It's really dumb fun. But yeah, I've got a couple things that I need to just really work on. And hopefully my friend will be coming by.
It's like every episode we're just sort of like, well, we have these channels. Hopefully we'll get some stuff up on it soon.
It's been a rough month.
No, it's fine, man. I'm just joking.
So, yeah. We'll, so keep an eye. Luigi's Apartment. That's where I do my thing. So,
Tyler, do you have anything you want to plug?
Yeah, if you're watching on YouTube, you can look up the Nano Boost. That's me. I just upload some... As of right now, I just upload some game clips that I've done. Unlike Brian, I have actually recently posted stuff.
Damn. Burn!
And, so just give it a check out.
Alright, so that'll wrap up this episode. Once again, thank you all for listening, and we will see you next time.
Oliver wants to plug his YouTube channel.
Yes.